happy Saturday. I hope everybody's having a great weekend so far. And I wanted to just throw in a little isometric, a little tip for our abdominal strength before we get out and do our runs for the weekend or our bike rides or whatever it is. This is one of my absolute favorite go-to abdominal activation exercises that I love to do before any workout. And so the reason I do this is it really helps me feel connected to my body and connected to my abdominal strength, and helps me remember that everything I do, every exercise that I try to do or perform or every activity has to come from my core first, right? So this exercise can really help you feel connected to it. So to do this, you need a mat or a floor or grass, and then you're going to lie down onto your back, and we'll get started with this one. So to start out, I like to take to just lie all the way back down onto the back, and we're going to just take the legs up to our tabletop position. So in Pilates, our tabletop position is a 90-degree angle at the knees and hips. So I'm going to take one leg up and the other leg up. I'm going to find my neutral hip alignment. So what this means for us is that the two fronts of the hip bones and the pubic bone are on the same horizontal plane with one another. Okay, in this position, I'm going to feel that I have my neutral hips, that my rib cage doesn't flare away from the ground. So I'm going to pull the rib cage gently down and feel the sternum getting heavy underneath me. And then I'm going to take my arms just up against my legs, right, kind of mid-thigh, mid to upper thigh. And then I will energetically pull my legs into my hands and then block that pressure with my hands. So essentially, I'm creating an abdominal brace, pulling legs inward and then pushing arms back into that and holding that abdominal brace. I'm going to work my way up to like a 45-second hold in a couple of weeks' time, right? So I'll start out with maybe like 20 seconds, holding this position, feeling the activation of the abs, feeling the belly pulling down and the arms pressing inward. And then I release back to my neutral alignment. So from here, again, I'm pressing my hands up against my legs, pulling my legs energetically back into my hands, but not surpassing that 90-degree angle, holding the abdominals drawing downward. So there will be a slight pelvic tilt into a posterior position. So my pelvis will tilt slightly towards me to hold this activation. And I'm just maintaining this abdominal activation, warming up the transverse abdominis, a little bit of the rectus abdominis, our obliques on each side, and just holding. And then release. Taking the legs one at a time back down to tabletop. I'll try to perform like 5 or 6 of these, and then I'm ready to go for the weekend, for my run, for my bike ride, my hike, whatever it is. I've got those abs activated and I'm ready to move.